Welcome back to Startup Street. Bengaluru-based electric aircraft startup Sarla Aviation showcased its electric vertical takeoff and landing or eVTOL aircraft or a flying taxi at the recently concluded Invest Karnataka summit. eVTOL aircraft is a fully electric flying taxi which will be able to fly for around 160 kilometers on a single charge. The company has currently developed a complete prototype of a 7-seater eVTOL aircraft. My colleague Ritu Singh spoke to its co-founder Rakesh Gaonkar on what to expect. Take a look.
Well, Indian cities and traffic jams, a never-ending love story, right? But what if I told you the solution was not in the gridlock roads on the ground, but up in the air? Well, I'm talking about this machine, this bird that you see behind me, a futuristic air taxi that has been built by Sarla Aviation. Think of it as a cross between a helicopter and a drone, only, larger. It can seat 6 people, quieter and fully electric. It is yet to become commercial, but, to find out when exactly that will happen and how it's going to solve for traffic problems in cities and beyond, I have with me the co-founder of Sarla Aviation, Rakesh Gaonkar. Rakesh, thank you very much for speaking to CNBC-TV18. Start by telling us about this model that we're seeing behind us, what exactly it is.
So what you see behind me is actually a 6-seater, completely electric. 1 year back, we started our journey. It's a Bangalore-based company, basically 100% built in Bangalore, in Karnataka right now. And as I said, it takes 20 minutes to fully recharge, and then it gives you a range of 180 kilometers, basically. Yeah. Okay. And rightly said, it's a cross between a helicopter and a plane, but as safe as more like a plane than a helicopter, basically. The safety factor is similar to a plane. Yeah.
So you're going to start with Bangalore when you get clearances. So tell us, what is the distance you're looking to cover? How soon you'll be able to do it? What is the plan? Which are the new cities you're hoping to expand to after Bangalore?
Right. So we all facing this problem in congestion in Bangalore. We believe very much, right? I mean, it's need of the time right now. Currently, we will start our home ground as Bangalore. We'll start pilot test here. We'll do a couple of routes. Our initial plan, if you speak to Aiden, it's from Bangalore airport being a hub, and then a lot of spokes, that is being the 5-star hotels in the initial period, and then IT hubs, and then hospitals as well, and then slowly populate more helipads and then give you more possibility of different routes, actually, basically.
So give us an example, getting from point A to point B, how much time would it take on air versus what it would take on the ground, and more importantly, how much is it going to cost?
For sure. So if you, there's a great example and a study that we have done from Bangalore airport to Electronic City. It's the most congested route, actually. Any premium ride-hailing service will charge you around 2,000 to 2,500, depends on which time you're booking it, and will take around 150 minutes to reach, whereas we will take 20 minutes with the same cost or even lesser. Yeah, so that's our disruptive idea, basically.
So how soon before we see these flying taxis in Bengaluru?
So this is a prototype that you see behind. We will start, there's another bird that we are building right now while we are talking, and that will take to sky, start testing in May, basically this year. And we will spend another 2 years testing it. While the certifications are there, we are speaking to DGCA and MOCA, and they are there with their initial drafts, and we will be 6 months away from global players like FAA or EASA. So when they release their type certificate, we will be almost there with that, basically.
Okay, so another 2 years before we actually see these.
So 28, late 28, early 29 is our commercial plan.
Okay, so currently, if you could show us, so this can seat about 6 passengers at a time. Right. Will it be manually operated or will it be remotely operated? How would it work?
No, it will not be remotely operated. When we are in operation commercially, we'll always have a pilot, basically. We'll have a lot of pilots that we would have to transition into flying eVTOLs, basically, so the huge demand will be there.
All right. A quick word on, the kind of range this will have. You gave us a sense of, 20 minutes of charge will give you 250. But what is the maximum range that this can have, and how long will the charging take?
So the range that I said was in 20 minutes, 160 kilometers, which will change because this is based on the current battery technology. We are aiming for 28 or 29 early. So by that time, we'll aim for 200 plus of range, basically.
So Sarla Aviation's air taxi will fly commercially by 2028-2029. There is still time for us to sit in one of these flying taxis. But with that, it's a wrap on this edition of Startup Street. More news and updates coming up on the other side. Stay tuned.